Right guys, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the things that I feel like producers need to know before 2026. 2025 has been such a successful year for me. I have really outgrown myself from the year before, and the reason for that is by preparing myself before this year, thinking what's going to happen, what's going to change, and basically work towards that. And I feel like I'm going to give that insight to you guys. So personally, I feel like 2025 has been such a strong year for music and for producers. You know, a lot of producers have been getting some major cuts, but also a lot of producers have been changing their lane. They've been going down the content creation route, starting up YouTube, starting up other brands off the side of music. So that's going to bring me on to tip number one, is music isn't a solidified income all the time. You might have a really good month and then a really bad month, and I feel like 2026 is going to be the same as 2025. It's not going to be a steady income. So think about how you can really grow your brand. Can you start up a YouTube and teach people how to make beats? Can you go into more of the content creation route of the producing? There's so many avenues that you can go down. Live streaming on Twitch, YouTube, whatever, teaching people, courses, kits. Try making little side businesses from just producing. So yeah, keep sending out beats, sending out loops, but start making kits. Build a different audience. And that's something I've started this year, and I have to say that where the pockets of the month have not been any money from loops and beats, there's been other things that I have started and are still working on that have basically covered those gaps. And moving on to point number two, I honestly think there's going to be such a massive shift in the actual music you hear. I personally think this underground scene is really going to poke its head through, because we've got SD Kid absolutely killing it right now. I feel like there's going to be so many more people poking their head through and being like, damn, this music is insane. And I feel like this music is a required taste, but I feel like it's going to grow on people very quickly. So for us producers, what can we do with that knowledge? And that's actually changing the beats we're making. Maybe not just making the same Rod Wave, Lil Durk type beat. Maybe spending a little bit more time a day on this new wave and being ready for when it takes over to send out these packs. Something that I've been doing recently, and I've also noticed that artists are loving these beats. So when I'm sending out these beats, you know, a lot of these drill guys are using the 140 underground beats and they're sounding insane. I mean, an artist that I've tapped in recently is Slew, and man, I'm going to leave a link in the description to his stuff because I think he's absolutely insane. I mean, for the sound he's doing, he's modeling for Burberry, he's modeling for loads of people. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people are taking in this sound. Moving on to number three is actually networking, because recently I've just seen people spam this networking way and it honestly is just not working. What they're doing is sending me a message off like one of my posts saying, oh, this is hard, I've got beats or loops or FLPs exactly like that. I go onto their page and he's a drill producer or a Rod Wave producer. I'm like, okay, cool, benefit of the doubt, they might be making some of this stuff behind the scenes. So I thought, cool, let me respond to this and let them send me loops. So 5 days go by, they send me loops. They're exactly what are on their page. Now that's put like a blacklist in my head that I'm not going to work with this guy, because he's messaged me saying, oh, this is hard, I've got beats or loops, FLPs or whatever exactly like that, let me send them. I just feel like if you've got loops like either the one you've popped up or the one or what they're working on, send stuff like that, because they're going to rate you more and lock in with you. Because if you're just sending random stuff, I'm looking at that and being like, right, I'm not opening his email anymore. And it's also with the spam, like I know that message has been sent to like 100 people and all you've changed is the song name. So yeah, I feel like it needs to be I personally feel that if you rate someone and for what they're doing, lock in with them on a personal level, then lock in with them on a business level. In the sense that, bro, this track is sick, you're killing it, leave it for a while, keep building that connection, then hit them with maybe let's work. By wanting to support that, naturally, the link up's going to happen, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's very key, is like not forcing things. And especially in 2026, I feel like a lot of producers are going to stop forcing connections and working with people just either in their circle or people that come into their circle naturally, if that makes sense. I feel like what producers also need to know before 2026 is actually utilizing every single social media platform. And I'm talking about TikTok mainly. Like, I feel like we build a lot of our business on Instagram, because personally, I'm always on Instagram networking. I'm not really networking when it comes to producers on TikTok, but I feel like we should be utilizing TikTok, posting what we probably post on Instagram on TikTok, or maybe snappier content. I feel like if you spent a day recording and editing content and posting it on Reels throughout the week, you're going to be generating probably like early doors 50 to 100 followers a week on both platforms. And then if TikTok starts doing well, Instagram does, vice versa. People see your name face, they start following you everywhere. So I feel like that's one thing we should really do. And also creating a plan for content. See things that aren't in your niche. So if you're a producer, look at like what, let's use the example like the Sidemen. See what reels they're making or YouTube videos they're making. See how you can take the twist or the clips you see on TikTok and make them more into your own niche, being production. I'm going to start like this whole little series soon on Instagram Reels and TikTok of ways like effects and how to use them with, I'm not even going to say what because I want you guys to see it. It's going to be so funny. When that drops, it's like things like that. I've seen it from another niche. I'm going to bring it into my own. How can I flip it? How can I make it work for myself? And that's really thinking outside the box and not just copying what people are doing. Bar for bar, word for word. Do your own thing with it. Like even if you take someone's idea but flip it into your own, it's very key to make a standout point and that being yourself, not just the content, if that makes sense. Guys, I genuinely think 2026 is going to be such a strong year for producers. I feel like if we really think outside the box, we're going to do so well. Not just with the placements, but just with careers, with the branding, with building side incomes and everything. I've really enjoyed doing YouTube this year and I'm going to be pushing it on next year. This year has been a massive test to see if I enjoy it, and I've absolutely enjoyed every single second of it. And I know you guys have been absolutely hounding me about this kit. Oh, you keep teasing the kit, when are you dropping it? Trust me, this kit is coming very soon. I have literally been naming all of the sounds today, deleting the ones that I don't like and replacing them with some others. This kit, I honestly think, is going to be the best kit that touches the producer community for a while. Every sound I would personally use. So when it comes to placements in the future, the sounds that are used in this kit, you're definitely going to hear. And I'd love to hear them in your guys' placements too. So, because it's Christmas and you guys have supported me throughout the whole year, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So yeah, if you guys want to get involved, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and a random person will be picked. So yeah, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure you use these tips for 2026. I shall see you in the next one.